stream here. I haven't done one in about a month because of events, but me and Kev the Clinton have finally got together and are finally doing our top 5 Dolph Lundgren movies that aren't the Rocky franchise.
Yeah. By the way, I have to take exception straight away. You haven't introduced me properly. I'm the smartest, best, most intelligent, and bestest looking ever Clinton on the entire YouTubes.
What about Bill?
Oh, and that was weird. No, me, you idiot. God. When I get into office, that's it. Which will happen. I will be your president in 2024, people. Maybe.
Even sooner. As soon as Speaker Pelosi dies, there's a special election in California that puts Hillary into the speaker's spot. And then all the people who are in front of her get impeached or mysteriously have accidents where they fall down elevators and land on 2 bullets in the head.
Oh, yeah, they suicide themselves from 800 yards in a grassy knoll.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. But we do not judge it. I mean, I will not be involved in any of it. I will just be here smoking my cigars, tuna flavored this week. And yeah, loving life.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dave, like I said, how have you been, man? It has been too long.
Yeah, it has been. Not since your charity streams where you guys have raised how much money now?
We're still, it's still going. It's going till the end of the month. We're at $2,172 and 77 cents at the moment in time.
And what happens when you get to $2,500?
Mm-hmm. I love the way you say when, not if. When we get to $2,500, my co-host over at Greenfellas, the one, the only Pyron Knight, will be taking his video camera, going to a professional salon, setting up said camera, and recording himself getting waxed. And if you don't know what he looks like, folks, he looks like he's wearing a fucking woolly jumper. He's got a Persian rug going on under that top of his. So it will be many a Kelly Clarkson will be shouted.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can raise some money on our Fallout stream this afternoon.
Oh yeah, good plug. Yes, this will not be the first time you see me and Dave together today. Well, this will not be the only time you will see me and Dave live together, because later on, folks, over on the Greenfellas, Dave is our GM for our Fallout RPG, and he's a bit of a bastard with it.
Yeah,
last time you almost killed us.
I know. That's the whole point of being the game master, is making sure the players almost die every game.
Yeah, what was it you said? It wasn't Deathclaw you sent us up against, was it?
No, it was something, some sort of bear creature. You have no idea.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, from knowing the game.
Later on, when you go to the nest of those bear creatures, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, from memory from the game, they were the was it Yugis?
You already put one of those Yaguais very early
Yaguais
in your first game. No, this was something a little different. It had taken out an entire raider encampment.
That's true. And then we realized our fucking big time robot, hardcore super killer robot, was sitting outside the fucking house.
Yeah.
That kind of went wrong.
And I just want to thank Matthew Coburn for joining us in the chat.
Maddie in the house. And I'm going to take this opportunity to say thank you again, Matthew, as we were talking about the charity stream, which, like I said, folks, is still going live. In fact, Dave, would you mind if I put the link to it in the chat of this video? If I could actually get the bloody thing. Copy that in there. Oh no, I can't do it on that one. I have to do it on this one. God damn it. Fuck, because I'm not logged in on that one. I'm logged in on this one. But no, Matthew literally was there pretty much the whole stream. It was shocking. He was just there. So
and we are joined by 2 more people today, Spencer Eblin and AMBW Channel.
Hey! What's up, people? AMBW, long time no see.
Right. Hey.
Damn. I've never seen him over on Greenfellas.
Well, maybe you'll be joining when I'm running Fallout later today. You can join
yeah, that is very true. Yes. Yes, we will be live later on Greenfellas doing Fallout RPG and hopefully raising a few more pennies for charity for the kiddies. If you don't get what I mean, watch a stream, watch our show later, and you will understand everything because we are doing amazing things, and we couldn't do any of it without people like you, David, and your insane donations.
Yeah.
So again, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay. So we're talking Dolph Lundgren movies today on our this show here. For those who are watching this later who are not familiar with the program, we take a particular genre, actor or director, or sometimes theme, and we talk about we take their most famous situation or movies thing. And in this case, Dolph Lundgren, we felt there was no bigger franchise for him than the Rocky franchise, where he starred in 2 movies. So we eliminate those movies and we talk about everything else they've done in their career, which gives us a chance to often go back and watch our favorite movies of these guys in the 2 weeks streams, and a chance to discover new movies they might have done that might raise their estimation in the lists.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I think mine is probably a bit more old school.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, and there might be a little bit of homoerotica in there as well, but if you can work out what that movie is. But yes, so yes, we have our top 5s.
So I'm going to start us off. I talked about this in a recent stream on somewhere else, but I'm going to suggest my top 5 pick. Oh, and we never compare our notes before the show. We never.
No. There is no comparisons going on. No getting together and say, well, if I mention this one, you can mention that one. None of that. This is pure blind.
That doesn't prevent us from switching out as we've done previously. But
yes.
But my number 5 is a movie called Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Yeah, we honestly don't collude in these lists.
But Showdown in Little Tokyo, and I think you might have finally watched it based on my recommendation on that previous stream.
No, I had Showdown in Little Tokyo on VHS.
Oh, okay, there you go. So yeah, no, I remember I told a friend of mine to watch it who's a big into martial arts movies like this. So Showdown in Little Tokyo stars Dolph Lundgren against Bruce Lee's son, Brandon Lee.
R.I.P.
And the 2 of them, Brandon Lee is supposed to be playing this half Asian cop who is from the California Valley and doesn't know anything about his culture, half Japanese. He knows nothing about his.
He knows nothing of Bushido or any of that. And
yeah. Hey, Eric.
Eric, dude, my man.
Mm-hmm.
Long time no see.
Right.
Damn, Eric. How you been keeping? Oh, yeah, man. We're both doing good. Welcome. You come in at the right time. This is the very start of our top 5. By the way, folks, if you're watching in the chat, there you go. Just as Matthew has done, please give us your comment. Please give us your lists, your top 5s. Remember, it's top 5, not including the Rocky franchise.
Right. So the 2 of them team up, and here's Dolph Lundgren, supposed to be a white guy who grew up in Japan, so he's steeped in the Asian culture. And the two of them are partnered up to go take out the local Tokyo Yakuza mafia that's led by Shang-Chi himself from the first Mortal Kombat movie.
Your soul is mine.
Yeah, and just it's this insane situation where they're taking out 20 guys. They go into the mafia dens. They're fighting all the time, martial arts style. There's a misconception when the two of their characters meet up because they don't realize they're both cops, and then they're partnered up together. The Yakuza guys are insanely crazy, and that final scene in the showdown in Little Tokyo during the Japanese New Year, where what happened to the bad guy on the end with the spinning wheel is something that has to be seen to believed. I laughed hilarious. I haven't laughed that hard since I saw what's his name. Samuel L. get taken out by the shark in Deep Blue Sea.
Oh, that is so great, that scene. Because he's just going into one of his trademark tirades, and he's just getting warmed up, dropping a couple of motherfucking F-bombs, and all of a sudden the shark just pops up and goes, nope, none of that, seen it already, and jump.
And then that shark deliberately jumped past 5 other morsels just to grab Samuel L. and drag him into the deep. So we're dealing with that kind of level of hilarity in this movie. There's a scene where Dolph Lundgren has to rescue the girl who's,
Tia Carrera.
Tia Carrera.
Oh, she shows her tits in this as well, which you give.
We got a lot of shots of Tia Carrera naked in this movie.
That time I heard you coming. Mm-hmm. Oh, such a bad line.
He has to drive down. There's all these guys shooting at him as he's escaping. So he ducks behind a car, lifts up the car, He-Man style, and starts shooting people. Cars explode. There's so many little gangster scenes in this movie. It's not the greatest movie ever made, but I think it's one of the finest comedic roles he's ever played. It's just a great movie, and I highly recommend it. And I also want to recognize, now that I'm finished, Hifa has joined us in the chat.
No, it's Tifa. It's Tifa. Come on, get it right. This is Tifa. I've done a whole orc roast on him. Mm-hmm. You know? What's up,
Tifa? Do a roast, it doesn't count.
Tell that to Monica. Oh, shit, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. I'm going a little bit off topic there. Oh, hold on. Let me just move this to there so I can see that. And let me just move that to there so I can see that. And I can minimize that now and I can go there. Sorry. Yes, Spencer, Tifa. All right. My number 5 pick was Showdown in Little Tokyo. You might have that from the fucking laughter that went on beforehand. No, like Dave says, this film is just, every 80s stroke early 90s action trope in one. You got Tia Carrera. Just let's be honest, we all had a thing for her from this and Wayne's World. I never really got into Relic Hunter, so and that. And True Lies she was in as well. She looks in that as well. But this film is it's the way that Dolph is trying to educate Brandon all the way through about aspects of his culture and his heritage. And he's like, dude, I grew up in the valley. What the fuck do I know? It's like you say, every single trope there is, it's such a good laugh. I mean, what was the running time on it? It's only 80 minutes long as well, folks. I've just got it up now on IMDb. It says 1 hour, 19 minutes. But this is an hour and 20 minutes you will not regret. This is just insane, silly fun going on. It's fucking brilliant. And I realized there was something missing. So I have cracked open another tinny. In case you heard that coming through on the mic. But, I mean, Brandon Lee, bless him. That guy would have had such a future if what happened hadn't happened, you know. And this is probably his 3rd best film, I think.
We've already talked about his 1st best movie. What's his 2nd best movie?
No. What Brandon Lee's? No, The Crow is his best movie.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Then
not.
you have
No,
Rapid
I'm
Fire.
going to put. I would put. I'm not a big fan of The Crow, so I'd put it down in the third.
Oh, sacrilege! No, it goes The Crow, Rapid Fire, then this. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see what Dave picks next, because literally, guys, I have a list in front of me. We do not collude. I mean, I have changed 2 of mine around since I initially wrote it. I do have a couple of honorable mentions as well.
Same here. And I'm pretty sure some of my honorable mentions are going to be on your list.
Maybe, or they could be my honorable mentions as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because, folks, this is why me and Dave started doing this, is because we feel like there's a whole generation of kids, like Spencer, who's about 12, Tifa, who reckons he's a movie buff and hasn't seen half of this shit, where people are missing out on some of the older stuff that they haven't seen, and so we want to bring the education to them so that they can appreciate more of the quality that was so pervasive. I don't know why, but it seems to be we go a lot 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like that was the pinnacle. And without further ado, I want to see what your 4 is.
Okay. Well, my first one up is I'm going to give one of my honorable mentions here.
Okay.
It is called 4 Got 10. And I might bring up a share here of it.
4 Got 10.
And so this is a movie. It's got look at the cast here: Dolph Lundgren, Danny Trejo, Vivica Fox, Michael Paré.
Damn. When was this out? When was this one out?
This was out in 2015. So basically, this guy wakes. There's been this huge drug shootout that happens. Michael Paré is playing the sheriff, and his deputy shows up to secure the scene and like call in the big Texan, the crime scene Texan. And then the sheriff shoots his deputy, which leads to this insane level of like conspiracy and double cross and triple cross that happens throughout the movie. Danny Trejo is playing the mob boss. The Dolph Lundgren is like the FBI agent who may or may not be on the take. And Vivica Fox is his boss, who's like dumped him into like the second role. And there's this actor who I don't really recall who's the main hero. But there's just like, he wakes up, he doesn't remember how he got there, but he knows he's got $3 million of Danny Trejo's money, and Danny Trejo wants it back. And it just leads to this like insane double cross, triple cross movie that if you want to have a couple beers on a Saturday night and watch something like a John Wick type movie or like just one of those movies where everyone is screwing everyone else to get to the money, you should watch this movie. 4 Got 10.
What was his character's name in that? Because I haven't gotten 2015, because obviously they retitle things in the UK. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was his character's name?
Dolph Lundgren's character is Bob Rooker.
Oh, right. In the UK, that was released as The Good, the Bad, and the Dead.
Yeah, you could even see that here in the title. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh. Why do they do that? It's like Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's my honorable mention. My 4th movie is a movie that I think a few people might have seen, but it might not have. It's called The Peacekeeper, sorry.
I haven't seen that in years. That was one of the straight to DVD ones, wasn't it?
I don't know. There's this, especially back in the 90s, there was this kind of second run theater market that existed, where a lot of like movies that would not make it into like the main theaters you would go. But if you went to a big city like New York or Chicago or California, you could see movies have theatrical releases. But there would be only these small theaters that like they weren't released to the Silver Cities, the AMCs, that kind of level. they were released to the second run theater market. And so you would get like, this would be like all those PM movies would get theatrically released before now it just goes to direct to DVD and onto the streaming services. But there used to be this small niche theaters that you would go down to see these kind of action movies, and then they'd get released to the VHS market. So I wouldn't be surprised if this movie had a limited theatrical release.
Probably not in the UK. I think that's more of a US thing.
Yeah, and certainly didn't really. I think the only places you might have had that in Canada were in Toronto and in British Columbia. You didn't really have that kind of theater market here in Canada as well. But so here we have in this movie, Dolph Lundgren is an American soldier who gets made into a hero by the media, and despite his superiors wanting to court-martial him for insubordination. So he's assigned to the president to carry the nuclear football around, and the president being played by Roy Scheider.
First time he's played the president either. Roy Scheider played the president in several movies.
Mm-hmm. And in this movie, Dolph Lundgren is ambushed, left for dead, by a group of mercenaries who are there to steal the nuclear football. And I believe the head mercenary is played by Chris Heyerdahl, who's played a lot of bad guys in a lot of like those in Stargate and Starter and various TV shows that Amanda Tapping made in Canada. So he's in this movie as the bad guy, and the mercenaries are there trying to get the launch codes for the nuclear weapons. And then Dolph Lundgren teams up with Montel Williams, of all people.
That was it.
And the two of them have to take out all the bad guys, Die Hard style. And there's a lot of great one-liners and quips that happen in the movie. And the last scene of the movie is like, you and I are the only ones who can be trusted with the nuclear football, so we're going to trade off.
Oh, mate. Yeah. Like I say, this one I saw. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Mm-hmm. We've had a couple of lists come in from people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Matthew was talking about Sanctuary, which is one of the TV shows Chris Heyerdahl's in.
Right. Okay. But no. Oh, yeah. Like I say, that one I haven't seen in a long time. That was definitely straight to DVD one. I think that would have been one of the ones I went to Blockbusters and went, oh, it's Dolph.
Yeah.
You just hire out for the weekend, and you just have a few beers and you just chill out watching shit blow up.
Mm-hmm. All blows up. Brought to you by Dolph Lundgren.
Oh yes. Right. Should I do an honorable mention? No, I'm not going to do an honorable mention yet.
I have so many honorable mentions, so that's why I'm starting so early.
Yeah. But I want to maintain the suspense a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
My number 4, The Punisher. Right? Now, by now, I'm pretty sure people know the story of The Punisher. Frank Castle. Dolph plays Frank Castle, whose family were brutally murdered. He was left for dead, and so he just goes batshit crazy and starts wiping everybody out. The reason this is so low on my list is because we've had better Punishers since. Mm-hmm. The TV series was at Netflix.
Yep,
that was pretty good. I mean, it got a bit ropey near the end, but the first season especially was fucking solid. And then we had Punisher Warzone, which was brilliant. The Thomas Jane one. One of my favorite bits about that was, I mean, they tried to go a bit comic booky with, a couple of
Roy Scheider once again appears in our show.
Yes, exactly. But they kind of went a bit too. They tried to keep it grounded in reality, but then they tried to go a little bit comic booky as well with the way John Travolta acted and like the big Russian that comes along. They just beat the shit out of each other, throwing themselves through every wall in the apartment building. That was a bit much, but I did appreciate the way they did the one-upmanship in the Thomas Jane version with the family dying.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just his wife and kids. It was his entire family. So
oh yeah, we got the family all together for one big family reunion, and then they're massacred.
Yeah. But Dolph's Punisher, it hasn't aged as well. It doesn't look as good now as it did when it came out. The actor's a little bit more ropey and what have you. But it's Dolph Lou Gossett Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Who
One of their collaborations.
Oh yeah, who's such an underrated actor as well. What was it? Oh god, not Midnight Sting. Why can't I remember the bloody name of the boxing one now?
I know which one you mean. Yeah, the one with James Woods.
Yes, with James Woods. That might have been Midnight Sting, actually. I can't remember.
It might be Midnight Sting in England. I know it's called something else around here.
Yeah, I was just going to have to look that up really quickly because that's one of those things which is going to bug me.
Mm-hmm.
But
gamble the whole town away.
But it was Dolph. They undersell how many people he's killed as well, because in just one scene beforehand, you've seen him blow away like 27 Yakuza or something like that. And when he's finally captured, Lou Gossett Jr. is like 105 murders in 3 years. You're thinking, damn, did he take like 2.5 years off?
Yeah.
But the best line ever, and he delivers it completely deadpan, is, what the hell do you call 105 murders in 3 years? What do you call that? And he just looks at him dead in the eye and just goes, work in progress.
Yeah.
And it's just boom. Even to the point where, spoilers for a film that came out a very long time ago. To the point where when he's captured and they're torturing him and he's doing the stretch, they're doing the stretching, torturing. When he gets the technician after he gets free and he gets the technician, the torturer, and they get the answers off of him, he just turns the machine on and walks out. So that guy's fucked. He's going to be ripped apart. It's such a fun film to the point. I mean, the very pinnacle, very end of the film, where he's rescued because he has to. The whole storyline is the Yakuza come along. They're taking out the mob bosses, and they end up kidnapping all their children, using them for blackmail. And he rescues all the kids apart from the head mob boss's child, and they end up teaming up to go rescue him because the child is innocent, and it's part of his thing. At the very end, he kills the child's father in front of him, and he says, if you grow up to be, I'm paraphrasing, but he's like, if you grow up to be an arsehole, I'll be waiting for you too. I've just killed your father in front of you, and I'm telling you, I'm going to murder you as well if you fuck up. It's such a you want pure, I mean, let's face it, this is Dolph. You want pure machismo. It's fucking
Digstown.
Which one?
Digstown is the movie with James Wood.
What year was it?
It's called 1992.
1992. No, it was Midnight Sting in the UK. Yes, it was. Yes, I knew I got that right.
Mm-hmm.
But the Punisher is, well, what can you say other than pure...
it's not on my list, but I understand. What I like about that movie is it's such a different take on the Punisher formula we can keep seeing done over and over again. Is the same thing, and in this movie we have him like, no, we're skipping the prologue. We're just going through like it's 3 years afterwards. We're going to go down this stuff where he's just taking out all the 103 Italian mafia guys, and then having to deal with the consequences of like what that meant. He created a power vacuum, which badder guys came in to deal with.
Yes, because they actually talk about that, don't they? Because he's got I can never remember the character's name. He's got that homeless alcoholic who used to be an actor, and who annoyingly always talks in rhyme throughout the movie. And he's like, well, what? And he basically turns around to Dolph and goes, well, what do you think's going to happen? You've just crippled the entire mob in this city over the course of... Somebody else is going to move in and take it over. What did you expect?
Right.
But also, there's no moral grandstanding on this. He's literally, you did this, you're fucked. I don't care. There is no, but maybe he had an alternative reason or something. It's just no. But yes, Eric, that's why I said this is lower down, because we've had Warzone. So that's, Warzone was great. Mm. But yes, so Punisher is my number 4.
Okay. My number 3, before I get to it, it's kind of like the 2 zombie movies that I really like for Dolph Lundgren. And his first movie is going to be the honorable mention of it, called Dead Trigger. And in Dead Trigger, basically, a mysterious virus has killed billions and turned half the population, either kills them outright or turns into bloodthirsty zombies. Unable to stop the virus, the government develops a video game called Dead Trigger that mirrors the terrifying events that curse the world. So basically, all these people are being told that they're going into the video game to basically train themselves to fight the zombies, only to find out maybe that the game isn't real or that they are in the real thing, and they're just trying to figure out what happened to lead the world to what it is. And Dolph Lundgren leads the head of the mercenary team, and he's got all these fresh recruits around him, and they uncover the conspiracy about what really happened to lead to the destruction of the world. And that it's a very interesting, cerebral movie. It came out in 2017, so it's a good, solid movie that I think people would enjoy if they like the zombie genre. I'm not a big fan of the zombie genre, but I am a Dolph Lundgren fan, so that's why I can recommend it for people.
Oh yes.
And then my number 3 is, of course, Battle of the Damned. As I've said, we watched the trailer a few weeks ago, and I'm not doing it again because they're stealing my money that I don't make on this channel.
Oh yeah. Oh damn! You mean you've not got hundreds of thousands of subscribers?
Yeah, right. Anyway, so in the movie, it's got like Dolph Lundgren is leader of a team of mercenaries who was sent in to this city that has been taken over by the zombie virus and has been blockaded off. And his team is basically wiped out right away. He's sent in to rescue the daughter of the corporate billionaire his corporation released the virus, and he's told he needs to get in there and get out in 48 hours with the daughter because the government's going to nuke the city, right?
No, they're not going to nuke it. They're going to burn it. Remember?
Yeah, they're going to carpet bomb it old school style.
Yeah, scorched earth territory. There you go.
And so he's got to go in, and he's got these things, and then it's like zombies, Dolph Lundgren, killer robots, and what better magical formula can you get there? And there's only 2 more on the list that I rated higher. So that one is a great fun time. Like when I saw it's like Dolph Lundgren, killer robots, zombies, I'm like, sold.
Yeah, no, I have to say, after you pointed that out to me, I did go and watch it. It didn't make my list, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
I had 1 or 2 minor gripes with it.
Mm-hmm.
One of my biggest gripes with it was, right, you've got, I mean, obviously it's low budget, but they got Dolph, so they're doing all these bits and pieces. They've got the CGI going on, the anime, all the rest of it, and they couldn't invest in a steady cam for the cameraman. They couldn't hire a steady cam.
It is done, and it's at the tail end of the not the steady cam,
shaky cam experience.
Yeah, the shaky cam experience, and it's at the tail end of that genre. So that is a problem if you don't like that. I don't think it was they couldn't afford it. It's just that we had that era starting with freaking what's it called? The one where the aliens take out New York City.
LA. Not Battle for Los Angeles. Oh shit! Which?
Yeah, J.J. Abrams made it. I mean, it's but yeah. So the found. It's also the start of the found footage genre. That
Cloverfield.
Yeah, Cloverfield. So it's the era that starts with Cloverfield and ends right around like the Battle for LA. Battle of the Damned. Like these found footage, shaky cam movie section. Thankfully for those of us with motion sickness, that era is over and dead. But yeah, this movie does suffer from that problem. Hey, but like Dolph, like this is a movie that knows what it is. Like Dolph Lundgren's character is literally Max Gatley. Like,
oh yes. You know, come on, and they actually have a pun at it as well. Punt at it in the actual movie about him being called Gatlin as well.
Yeah.
So no, it was. I mean, yes, it's cheap. It's cheapy, low budget. There were, you know, I'm trying not to look at it negatively. I did enjoy it. I had fun with the movie. I just felt like if they employed a Steadicam, that it would have been so much better.
Mm.
And there was one or two little minor plot things, but you know, you get that in most movies anyway. So,
well, that was my number 3. What's your number 3?
Dark Angel.
What? You only rated that number 3? I'm sure. Yes. Oh, I know where it's going to be number 1 now.
Dark Angel, or what was it in the US? I Come in Peace, wasn't it? Which I believe actually, who was it in the? Yeah, like Matthew said when we were talking about released movies been released under different titles. Yeah, like Matthew said earlier on, like I Come in Peace, also called Dark Angel. Dark Angel is just, it's that 90s, bigger, badder, everything just is insane. And two aliens come to Earth. It's always bloody Earth. They can't fuck off somewhere else. Honestly, when I am president, I will ban all aliens from coming down and hunting humans. Because, you know,
that's your job.
It fucks with my demographic. But yeah, two aliens come to Earth. One, what was his name? Marius. Why am I brain farting on the name now? Oh, where is he? That's it. Matthias Hughes. Literally in the IMDb, his title is Bad Alien. He comes to Earth. First thing he does is take out a bunch of drug dealers and steal a shit ton of cocaine. And then you find out why, because he is an intergalactic drug dealer. And they have worked out, you OD a human with a massive amount of cocaine, chemicals released in the brain, he then puts a big spike in your head, drains those chemicals, and they sell for God knows how much on the alien drugs market. Unfortunately, Dolph is a New York. Was it New York?
No, it's like California, man.
Yeah, California. Well, cop who finds this out, and you also, yes, you have again one of the tropes. What's his name? Brian Ben, original name, plays his quirky new partner.
Yeah, his new partner is played by the first husband on Married with Children of the neighbor, Marcy.
Never really watched Married with Children.
Oh, okay.
So
that was a much better role for him, and that was a big role for him back in the day. That's like...
Oh yeah. And there's also a good alien that comes down who gets shot to shit. But before he dies, he gives Dolph a little toy, a gun, which goes up to 11.
You think anyone's going to believe us about the story with the alien here? Well, at least we have his body.
Yeah, gone. Oh, well, I've got this fucking gun. But the whole... Oh, Matthew says, no, he wasn't on Married with Children. It was Dream On. I'm assuming he's on about Ben. But this film, it's like I say, it's ridiculousness. I almost forgot the Bad Alien has this really fucking cool CD launcher, which is attacked. How do they describe it? It's attracted to magnetic waves. It's like a little buzzing flying disc, and they do that really cool camera shot where they have it just in front of the camera, and it's like zing, 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 and it just keeps decapitating people, slicing them up.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just batshit crazy. Like I say, that the fucking alien gun. It's like, I wonder what this does. Crank it up. One light comes on it. Wow, that's powerful. Crank it up. 2 lights come on it. What the fuck? Crank it up 3. What the hell? Crank it up 4. Oh shit, there goes the city. Pretty much. And wow, what was the fucking last line of the film? Oh yeah, that's why it was called I Come in Peace as well, is because the bad alien, I'm quoting IMDb here, all he says is, I come in peace. Mm-hmm. And then he'll kill you. Or he'll OD you and then drain your brain fluids. I come in peace. And you'll go in pieces. Boom. Boom. This is, again, I keep going back to it. This is just batshit fun films. These are the sort of films that people don't know about nowadays because, compare them to modern day movies. They don't look like they've got the budget, but then again, everything has to be practical. There's no CGI in a lot of them. It's all done live, and that just, to me, adds something to it as well. But yeah, I Come in Peace or Dark Angel is my number 3.
Okay.
So
I actually have an honorable mention for this one. So I'm just going to go with my number 2 movie, and it is called One in the Chamber. And it's from 2012. So Cuba Gooding Jr. is playing this, he's playing a hitman in Russia. And he's been hired by one group of Russian mobsters to kill off another group of Russian mobsters. And he is betrayed by his employers, who who lose to the other group of mobsters. But they're like, we need someone bigger and badder to come in here and kill Cuba Gooding Jr. Who could we possibly choose? Oh, Dolph Lundgren. So this movie becomes. What's that?
Not Jerry Maguire?
Yeah, no, apparently not. So Dolph Lundgren and Cuba Gooding Jr. are playing this insane game of cat and mouse, spy versus spy level insanity, where the two of them are constantly trying to kill each other while dealing with their Russian mafia warlord badass bosses in the background. And it's just a great scenery chewing by Dolph Lundgren, who knows exactly what kind of movie he's in and what he's here to do. And I think it's kind of like a movie at the height of his genre prowess, is that, he's done 100 of these movies. He's going to do 100 more. He knows exactly what he needs to do. And it's just such a great role for him. It's like the peak of Dolph Lundgren-ness. It is this movie, and there's things that happen, and you could find it, I believe, on Watch on Plex, apparently. So I think I'm going to power up that one later tonight, because this one movie is a great little action piece movie where the two of them are just trying to kill each other. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, I love a good. Oh shit! Sorry, I've just clicked on something there. No, go away, go away, go away! Jesus Christ! Go away, go away! There you go. That's got it. Sorry, folks. Sorry, I'm doing multiple things here. I've got rugby going on as well, and all sorts of fun and games. But no, this one I think I've seen it, but it's ringing bells, especially when I look at it and I see the shirt and hat that he's wearing in some of the screenshots. It's ringing a bell with me, but again, I've seen so many fucking movies over the last few years.
I think I'll play the trailer just without any sound, so we won't get dinged.
Give it a go. Give it a go. Why not? What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah. So here we are in Russia, like Cuba Gooding Jr. is doing some sort of like voiceover narration of like, I'm a bad guy, American living in Russia, surrounded by bad guys, and here I am about to be killed by these guys, but I'm too smart for them.
No, they just can't aim.
Right. Well, they are Russian, right? We have a month worth of war in Ukraine to show us they can't aim, apparently.
Oh yeah, well, so they say.
So they say. That is true.
Although you got to wonder, what was Cuba Gooding Jr.'s character gonna do for a disguise
Yeah.
in Russia? You know,
Yeah. Well,
without trying to sound racist or anything, he was black. Okay, there's 7 of them in Moscow alone. You know, there's only 7 in Moscow. So which one was it?
Mm-hmm. And here's he being betrayed by his bosses, just doing some stuff. And yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, I vaguely recognize something with that hat, but
yeah.
And the selection of dodgy
so, yeah. Dolph Lundgren is doing a scene-chewing Terminator against Cuba Jr. And it's sort of like, there's a scene like in the movies like, who are you? I'm the bad guy. No, I'm the bad guy.
No, this does look fun.
Oh, yeah.
Now that you're showing it, maybe it was a trailer I saw of it because I'm not remembering.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have seen like the trailer at some point.
This is the problem, folks. Despite being as massive, nerdy, geeky people as we are, the backlog is real. We cannot get everywhere.
Yep.
As much as we wish to.
So.
Oh, no. That's definitely one. I mean, not being funny, I go to a lot of. Well, Dave, I think you've kind of seen part of my DVD collection. Yeah,
I have.
I like to go to like the secondhand stores and stuff. I mean, if it's a great movie, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've already got. I'm already going to be buying the Batman day one. Because not being funny, I might technically be able to get it cheaper.
Well, with inflation, I'm sure everyone will be paying for it. It's going to be going up. Every discount's going to count.
Yeah, I'm not that bothered about that, mate. But you know, I'm one of these people. If a film comes out and I really like it, I will quite happily buy it brand new, support the film, show them my appreciation. But some films, I will just you can't buy, you know, and then you can never find in shops. So I like going to the old secondhand places, and I've done it a couple of weeks ago. I went in there, just thought, oh, I'll have a quick browse. I walked out with like 19 DVDs, including I got for £2 an Eddie Murphy box set, which has Coming to America, Trading Places, and Eddie Murphy Raw.
Oh, for $2, Jesus! I don't have some of those movies on DVD. It's Raw.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've got, like I say, Dave's seen some of my DVD collection. It is north of 500, I think it is probably now. The only 2 things bigger than that in my household is my book collection, which is over 1,000, and my ROCKY1, which doesn't come back into effect till the end of the month.
Yeah. So what's our next one on our list? It's your number 2, I believe.
My number 2. My number 2. I've got to admit, I was watching it again last night. Didn't watch the whole thing because I fell asleep because work has been a killer this week. How can I describe this film? Glistening, sweat-soaked muscles. Passable. The effects are still passable, even though it was, what was it, 89? I want to say 89, but I don't think it was. No, 87. Still passable effects, even though it was 87.
Frank Langella's favorite role, apparently, or at least at one time before he got. That's all he's now recognized for, despite Nixon Frost.
Like I say, sweat glistening muscles, a passion pouch, a little bit of leather. We are, of course, talking about the completely heterosexual film that is Masters of the Universe.
Right.
That brought such legends to the screen as Dolph, Courtney Cox. The
boyfriend in that movie goes on to play Tom Paris in Star Trek Voyager.
Yes, I was going to say Tom Paris. I mean, and Frank Lagulia. I think that's how you pronounce it.
And who's Evil Lynn, your favorite girlfriend there?
Megan Foster. I was just looking looking Courtney Cox and Megan Foster, so I put them both together and got Megan Fox. Yep. Who is, let's face it, Megan Fox nowadays, she's every 14-year-old boy's favorite porn star. But yes, Meg Foster. From such great
Dolph Lundgren has at one point said this is the low point of his career doing this movie.
I know he has, but it's still absolutely fucking brilliant. Yes, Kev is in love. Kev was it. If you don't know who Meg Foster is, just pull up a picture and look at those eyes. Mm-hmm. They will suck you in.
Yeah. He was well cast as Evil Lynn, I can tell you that.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Same here, Matthew. I saw it with a bunch of my friends. I think it was either my dad took us to this theater and we all went and saw it and we all had a blast. Maybe my dad, but
I wouldn't have even been 10 at the time. And yep, went to the local Flea Pit cinema because my grandmother did some work there at part time. Got it. So this is an under 10 going in. You got Beast Man, you got disintegrations, you got torture, shit blowing up left, right, and center. You got fucking
the guy from the principal from all the Back to the Future films.
Yep. Where is his name? I can never remember his freaking name. James Tolkien. Mm-hmm. But this is just such a fun romp. The effects still hold up. Mm-hmm. The costumes still look fucking great. If you watch this film now, you know all the evil stormtroopers, for want of a better word, all dressed in black, evil in the effect. This is just, it doesn't take itself seriously. He-Man, the master of the universe, must travel to Earth to find the cosmic key to escape. Well, accidentally travels to Earth to escape Skeletor after he has taken over Castle Grayskull and imprisoned the sorceress. Mm-hmm. And in the meantime, he must find a MacGuffin object so they can transport back to Eternia. All sorts of silliness ensues, including a bucket of KFC. Sorry, it wasn't even KFC, was it? It was some Popeyes, not even Popeyes. Chicken.
How did you get the food on these little sticks?
Those are rib bones. Mm-hmm.
They killed a defenseless little animal. Oh no, T1.
But then a dad man at arms just keeps eating.
Oh
yeah, and by the way, I'm going to point out this was 80. What did I say it was? 89? 87. Sorry, 87. This had little bits of what now would be classed as woke culture. Nobody gave a shit back then. Mm-hmm. A bit about eating animals. The bit in the music store where Teela is supposed to be guarding Gwildor as he's fucking about with the key, whilst Man at Arms and He-Man are shooting the shit out of all the troopers coming through the windows, and she just walks in and takes out like 5 of them in one, like that. She just starts talking and then jumps up and goes bang, 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 kills 5 of them. She just looks directly at the camera and goes, "Woman at Arms." Nobody ever cared about that.
Yeah.
You had Gwildor, the fucking alien, the male alien, cross-dressing. Nobody gave a shit. But that was because it wasn't put in your front. Even all the way to the car. He's like, yeah, it ran on some very disgusting, inefficient car, petroleum-based engine. So I fixed it. Now it runs on neutrinos or whatever. This is such a silly, fun film. And if you look at, I've completely forgotten his name again. Fucking Frank Lagulia. Yeah. When he's acting on screen, it almost feels, especially the bits with between him and the sorceress, it feels like they're doing a stage play. The way they're enunciating their lines and performing for each other. Mm. It feels more like they're on a stage in front of a live audience than in front of a camera.
Oh yeah, those two knew they were like Dolph's. This is like Dolph's 4th movie or something by this point, and here he is. So he's not up to he's not achieved his Frank Langella like performances that he does in A Bow for the Damned or One in the Chamber. He's still new, but Langella knows exactly what he's supposed to be doing here. He knows exactly what's going on, and he's leaning into it like a professional actor understands, and he's playing it this just as much as like he's giving Skeletor his all the same way he gives Nixon his all in Frank versus in the Nixon movie and Frost versus Nixon, and that's just the kind of thing. So once you get to that kind of the caliber, you get to see that, and you get to see that in fun, silly movies that no one else, that some actors look at shame at, but they're like, gee, in this movie they're having a blast. It's like really comes home for you as a young guy who wants to see this stuff.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, not been funny. Like you say, it's his fourth movie. Before that, he had A View to a Kill. Yep. Which I don't even remember him in it. Okay. Because it would have just been a small part. I can't even remember him in A View to a Kill. Then you had Rocky 4.
Yep.
And then, well, actually, this doesn't count even. The credit beneath Masters of the Universe is James Brown Living in America music video. Yep. Because that is just Ivan Drago. Because obviously they did the Killing in America thing with Billy D. Williams in Rocky 4. Yep. So, 2 movies. After 2 movies, he gets his starring role. Yeah. He gets the title role. So he should embrace this. Like, I can't remember the guy's name who played Flash now in Flash Gordon. He's embraced that.
Well, he has no other work. That's the difference between him and Dolph. Dolph went on to have a career. The guy who did that, that's all he's ever done. And it's all his fault because he was a crazy egomaniac. And stormed off the set of Flash Gordon, and they were dubbed the rest of his performance.
Oh, that's it, Sam Jones.
Yeah, Sam Jones. He's like Ray Fisher. Ray Fisher's got a Sam Jones career ahead of him after what he did in the Warner Brothers movies.
Yeah, that's true. He's got I'm just looking up Sam Jones. No, he's got a pretty long IMDb, but most of it is TV work. And yeah, a lot of it is TV work, and most of them I don't actually recognize.
Right.
Maximum, was that the Van Damme one? Maximum Force.
Well, that one would be
No, that was something. No, that was something else. That's proper straight to DVD. But yeah, no. Sam Jones at least embraces it, and he does all the piss takes about it and shit like that. Oh wow, is that him again? Sorry, interesting. I'm gonna have to look up some of his movies now. But this film is just This film is fun. It doesn't take itself seriously. Again, it knows exactly what it is. It takes so many. I mean, okay, if you were a hardcore fan of the original cartoon series, you would take, you would dispute some of the things they did in the film, but it holds up as silly, campy fun. It's great. Like I say, I was watching it last night. I've been able to stay awake for all of it because, like I say, work has been kicking me ass 7 ways from Sunday. So that is my number 2 pick because it's just so fun and silly.
Yep. Well, my number 1, I was going to mention that as an honorable mention to last there because I thought this would be your number 1 pick, but it wasn't. So I'm curious what that will be. My number 1 pick is I Come in Peace. That movie is hilarious. Like, let's forget about the whole alien stuff that's happening in the movie. So Dolph Lundgren's character is up against this band of mafia that's based on the like yuppie style. So like one guy comes out and notices there's like a tiny dent, and his entire crew of yuppies is out there freaking out because someone dented their Beamer and are trying to rub out the dent and all this stuff. And just all the callbacks that happen throughout the movie, because Lundgren's trying to take out this notorious mobster that's hooked up with that. And they're just little flashes of this whole B plot that's happening through the movie. And the final scene where he and Dolph Lundgren and his girlfriend are hanging out, visiting the partner who's in the hospital.
Oh, yes.
And the Dolph Lundgren is like, well, I guess we can finally go on that vacation. Oh, where do you want to go? Rio de Janeiro. That sounds great. And the partner's like, because he knows that the mobster fled to Rio. And they're not, just like these movies in the 80s and 90s, especially the 90s, are like, we should just do like talk about 90s movies for a whole show one of these days.
One show, that show would be days long.
Yeah, the 90s movies got to be the height of perfection. I was watching Under Siege, and I've watched Executive Decision the last few weeks. And I've been watching a Pelican Brief this week. And it's just 90s movies just figured out how to make movies work perfectly. They always, if they set something up, they have a payoff. And there's like, and if it's even a tiny little thing, it will pay off by the end of the movie. And it's just like, you watch movies today and you're like, how am I having to deal with this stuff? Like, Picard is nothing but Star Trek Picard, which is a TV series versus a movie, but it's nothing but setups that never pay off.
Actually, Picard, the TV. I am done with Star Trek.
Yeah,
at the moment. But Picard is not Picard. Picard is Picard: The Apology Tour.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry for being a white male. Does it count? I'm now an android. No, you're still a white male. Shut the fuck up and apologize for everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that is not Picard. Picard was an intelligent diplomat who, if he had to use force, would use force without hesitation. But he would always do the diplomatic thing. He was always one step ahead of the game. And he was a legend in Starfleet. If you remember the first episode of Picard, I think it was the first episode of season 1.
Oh, yeah.
He goes to the Admiralty and they're like, well, who are you?
I think it's episode 2, actually.
It's episode 2. He goes to Starfleet High Command. And the receptionist is like, sorry, you don't have an appointment. Who are you? To paraphrase.
Well, for me, it's more like, you know what? Screw all that stuff. So Picard is an admiral in the Federation. The fleet decides they're not going to rescue any more Romulans because of the android attack on Mars. Fine. He resigns. And then he goes off to his winery. Fuck no. Picard would be just going out and he would, using his name and his status and all his contacts, he'd create some sort of civilian foundation and they would do a relief fleet. He wouldn't abandon people.
He fucks off to his winery where he's got a Romulan servant employee who happens to be some kind of fucking Romulan intelligence or something as well.
Yeah, both those intelligence agents. And that was another thing, you know, they set these two characters up in the first season. And I'm like, oh, well, he's going to obviously go off with those two and solve his adventures. No, he's going to ditch the two people we spent 3 episodes learning about. Never talk. I guess they're in the second season or something, but forget them to go off and get a space ninja. I'm like, what the hell bullshit is this? Bring your 2 highly competent, capable Romulan bodyguards along with you, who you know.
Well, not just that. With Picard, fucking 7 of 9. It is Picard with 7 of 9 in it now, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyways, you're right, Matthew Coburn. I never realized that Sam Jones was the same, and the Highwayman is the same Sam Jones from Flash Gordon. And yeah, that's a pretty good show. I really recommend it. You can find it on YouTube still to this day, complete with commercial from the 1990s from obvious VHS rips.
Yeah, but no, he's done some films. He's done some films where he's obviously been the lead star, and he doesn't look, if you look at the posters for him, he doesn't look like Flash Gordon because he's not blonde.
Yeah, Yeah, no. That's why I said I didn't realize it was the same character from this show I've watched a few times. That's when it has one of the best alien visits or first contact stories ever I've seen. Where it's like the humans realize they've got this alien spaceship crash, and they're like, the decision's come down to blow it up and pretend it's not here. And the person's like, wait, what do you mean? It's like, we just realized these aliens are way too more advanced for us, so we just want to hopefully blow it up and hope they don't notice it was ever here, and they'll leave us alone. I'm like, wow.
I've not seen this show.
Oh yeah, I'll send you a link. I'll find some episodes to send to you. You'll enjoy it.
Send me a link. Send it over to Discomanauts. Because that sounds fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Yeah, so so that's like I said, this movie has there's all the great one-liners, the whole exploration of different things, but I just love the fact there's a whole B plot that's going on against the A plot, and then there's all the government like stuff where his partners and actual FBI agents just been assigned because they're from the alien group, and they tell him to kill Dolph Lundgren's character, and like Lundgren's they're obviously going to betray you at the first chance they get, and the guy's like, no, I'm not going to kill Dolph Lundgren's, and this boss is like, I figured that'd be the case, put it again, and then Lundgren comes in and shoots him, and it's like, there, I told you he could trust you, these assholes.
Yeah, wasn't it as well when his partner pulls out a great big fucking Desert Eagle? Yeah, and he's looking at it, where the hell did you get that from? He's like, what was it? He says, present from my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
My mum got it for me for Christmas or something like that. As he pulls out his massive chrome Desert Eagle. He's like, yeah, mum got it for me for Christmas. You're like, what the fuck?
Right.
Oh, so good.
So it's up to your number one then.
My number one pick. Universal Soldier. I know. Oh, look at Dave's face. Dave is not amused.
Oh no, I was actually looking up Highwaymen stuff for you. So yeah, go ahead.
Right, Universal Soldier.
I just haven't seen this movie in so long that it was just on my list.
About 4 days ago. I can't remember what site I watched it on. I can't remember whether it was legitimate or I might have sailed out to the waters. I can't remember. Just funny enough, it's a lot easier nowadays to not use legitimate sources, I find, which is really annoying because all these different streaming corporations and what have you all have the rights to different things. So you pull up your Netflix and you look and it's not there, then you pull up your Amazon and it's not there, and then you pull up whatever else. It's all very annoying. But Universal Soldier, the whole storyline summed up is apparently you got Van Damme and Dolph are American soldiers in Vietnam. Right. There's the first thing. We're supposed to believe that Van Damme and Dolph are actually American soldiers in Vietnam. And Dolph goes mental. And when you talk about chewing scenery, as this film goes on, it's just, yes, okay, Van Damme is the hero of the piece, but Dolph, his character starts off in Vietnam. They both died just after Dolph has sort of like killed half a village and cut their ears off because he's gone completely batshit insane. And then it's 30 years later and they've both been revived and they're in the Unisol program where they have no memory. They have been genetically modified as well as brought back from death. And they're sent in because a random group of terrorists have apparently taken over a dam and are executing hostages. So the entire team of Universal... Oh, Tiny Lister's in this as well. And I can never remember his name. The tall Germanic dude who was in Gladiator and was Conan TV series. Can't remember if they did it or he just did the pilot for it himself. Because he was very annoyed that Schwarzenegger got the role over him, are amongst them. And it's our introduction to these Universal Soldiers, the Unisol program, is they're dropped off by a helicopter 5 miles downriver from this dam. And they swim up and it's like, well, yeah, we've dropped them 5 miles away. And then they're like, 5 miles against the current in like 4 minutes? Who the fuck are these guys? And they take out the terrorists, but there is, of course, the trope of something happens which is incredibly similar to what happened previously, which triggers a memory.
Mm.
And you've got the annoying reporter as well, who, you know, then steps in, causes problems, and it leads to Van Damme and Dolph getting their memories back. And Van Damme's whole memory is he wants to get home. Dolph's is he wants to fuck shit up.
Mm.
And I think it's so much fun because he goes from complete nuts at the very beginning, but you don't see a lot of it, to an emotionless automaton. So as his memory starts coming back, he's going more and more and more batshit crazy, insane. Like when they try and do the memory wipe on him, and he just starts fucking about with this guy before slamming the needle straight through the guy's face. You know, he won't let any of the other souls get their memories back, but he'll keep his. So when they blow up the truck, and Dolph just walks into this supermarket with two bodies, dragging them into their freezer, shoots a half dozen security guards that show up, whilst going on a rant about, you know, they're coming for us in Vietnam, and then proceeds to start kicking shit out of one of the corpses, shouting, "Get up, soldier! Get up, soldier! On your feet, soldier!" It's a mental fucking film when you think about it. It really is. And like I say, Tiny Lister's in it, you know, doing some of his best performance because he doesn't talk. So much fun. And yeah, okay, they got back together again for, was it Universal Soldier 4? I think it was the 4th movie, because you had a TV spin-off show, which was a couple of seasons. I think it was long. It was Sci-Fi Channel or something.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen that. I've even heard of that before.
Yeah, no, hold on. Let me call it up, because I don't want to give misinformation on this channel.
That's what CNN is for.
Oh, that's what my publicist's for, honey. I mean, they did in 2012. They did Universal Soldier: Day of Reckoning, which I think was the 4th movie. Yeah, Regeneration. I swear there was a series as well. But yeah, you had a couple of straight to DVD movies afterwards and stuff, and then you had Van Damme's one, which was with Goldberg, I think it was as well. And why have my brain stopped working today? What's his name? This one Van Damme one was Michael J. White as well was in that Van Damme one. Universal Soldier is such silly 80s action, 90s action. You know, they blow the shit out of a motel with fucking machine guns, and there's a couple obviously on the illicit tirade, you know, tryst in the motel room, and suddenly Van Damme's hiding from them, and he's under the covers with the gun. And he's like, "Yep, okay, we're going to go now that they've stopped sneaking off." This is so much fun. Oh, hold on.
Something.
Yeah, what's
Chris going on about here?
No, hold on. Hold on. Let me click on that. Yes. I don't know what he's going about. It never works. Check your Discord, but that seems to be working. Oh, I know what he's on about. YouTube. Timing schedules.
Oh.
It's weird because you're in daylight savings. I'm not in daylight savings or something. So he's trying to schedule it for 6 o'clock, you know, like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's now showing live in 105 minutes. So I think I'm guessing it's adding an hour. But yes, Chris. Oh, my brain. Yeah, fuck you. So I don't know whether, well, okay, so he wasn't on about their timing thing. Cool. So yeah. But Universal Soldier, silly, fun. Again, like I say, you've got the tropes. they did the usual thing, which was with Van Damme, was always get the butt shot in. You know, the butt shot of him, and even to the point where they're taking a piss when he's overheating, he runs out the motel room completely naked, and the guy who owns the motel, his mum's just staring out the window at him, going, He's like, "Shut up, mum! You're disgusting."
Yeah.
All right, no, cool. So no, he has got the right time. Cool. So in 100 minutes,
5 minutes then.
hour and a half, apparently.
3 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? So yeah, we that's our top 5 list on Dolph Lundgren, and we've had a couple requests from the chat. And
by the way, I want to give a couple of honorable mentions first.
Okay.
Red Scorpion.
I just never seen that movie, man.
It's fun, but it was Dolph's attempt at Rambo.
Yeah.
It's
Rambo, as I recall.
It's a good action movie, but I just felt it didn't have enough cheesiness. They kind of have a serious undertone to a lot of it, which, you know, it's a good movie, but it wasn't the silly fun you want from Dolph. Yeah. And another one was Men of War, which again had Tiny Lister in it. You seen that one?
Maybe. It's on the list of movies I can watch on YouTube for free.
Yeah, well, there's a massive list of that if you know where to look. Not that we encourage it. You should always go to a legitimate source. But no, so it's, yeah, I mean, Men of War, the whole thing boils down to we're fighting over guano. Batshit. But it's interesting the way they do it. So it's all good.
Okay.
But yes, we have had a couple. Take it away.
Well, I know one here that you must love, but we might not do it. I'm not so genre savvy in this area. But AMBW channel suggests the top 5 Meryl Streep movies that aren't Kramer versus Kramer.
Meryl Streep movies. I'll tell you what, hold on. Let me call up. So I'm going to just call up on the old. Because, you know, I need to, before we do these, we need to know if we've actually seen a few of them.
Yeah.
I don't think I could really do a Meryl Streep.
I've seen a couple of these movies, but like,
yeah.
I mean, I've seen The Post, but she's barely in it.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Death Becomes Her is brilliant.
Of course, I thought, yeah, Death Becomes Her, Iron Lady, of course, I've seen that.
Oh, pardon
Lion
me.
for Lambs, I've seen, which wasn't very good.
Hello, am I still here? Dave, have I gone?
I hear you.
No,
on the Deer Hunter, which would be like the movie you'd have to eliminate, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
No, what I hear, AMBW suggested a different one. Top 5, because we do top 5s, not top 10s. Antonio Banderas movies, not Zorro.
Ooh.
Now, looking at that, it's like, I could tell you that my choices will be not very genre specific. Assassins is no. I'm thinking of the one with James Woods. The Specialist has been just dropped on Netflix.
Oh yeah, so I'm just God, if I could actually type today. God, why am I having problems now? I don't know why I'm having problems.
I can tell you, Antonio Banderas was great in the Uncharted movie.
I haven't seen the Uncharted movie yet.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've never played the video game, so.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, sorry. This would be the easiest way to do it. That's the easiest way to fucking do it. God damn it. There you go. Yeah, but see, Antonio Banderas, that's, that is potential. That has a lot of potential.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm just having a look. Yeah. Oh, I remember that one. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, we could do Antonio Banderas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but would you say Zorro was his biggest movie?
Well, that's one of them. I'd have to go looking through his IMDb to figure out which ones I would say is his biggest movies, because
I mean, he's been around a while. His first credit was 82, apparently.
Yeah.
But I'm not recognizing really anything before. Yeah,
oh
95.
fuck yeah! The movies that we'd eliminate would not be Zorro. We'd be taking out the El Mariachi trilogy.
Yeah,
like come on. That's the thing to eliminate, not Zorro. Like you'd have to do all those movies that Desperado, El Mary, and all those movies that he did with The Matador, and
was it Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, and fucking brain fart now.
Yeah,
but yeah, those would be the ones
those would be the movies you'd eliminate from his filmography. Zorro is pretty good, but I just like his breakout is those three movies with what's the director again?
Rodriguez, wasn't it?
Yeah, Robert Rodriguez. Those are the three movies to eliminate.
Yeah, but then you're cutting out Salma Hayek's big boobies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I suppose
William Shatner role is not Star Trek. The problem with Shatner is he's a TV star, and we do movies here.
Yeah, I mean, I can call it up now. Let me just have a look. William Shatner.
Like, I mean, we do cover TV movies, but I mean, like,
yeah, I mean,
TV is about like Star Trek, T.G. Hooker, Tech War, all those different little like shows where he's the host of shit. Like, yeah, no, I don't blame you. It's not a bad choice, Matthew. I'm just saying, like,
no.
I'm in favor of Banderas that aren't the El Mariachi at this point.
Yeah, no, see, Shatner had a lot of TV series, videos, voiceovers. So Shatner would not be. No.
Yeah.
God, Tech War. I think I had a couple of the books. Oh, no, that was the Tekkens, I think. Find the Tekkens, meet the. Oh, no, it was some other one. No, actually, I might have a Tech War book or two. But anyway. Right. So we still need to come up with one, really. Unless we do go with Antonio Banderas.
Yeah. I'm just hoping we can find. You know what? We mentioned a couple other actors earlier on in this thing, and I wouldn't mind seeing us talking about not obscure, but not as famous Antonio, who I feel that I wouldn't mind doing if we could get, say, Bob back or something.
Well, I think Bob's working now Saturdays, so which is a bit of a bitch for him.
Oh, I guess we can always try and get Chris in if he wants.
Oh, we could. I mean, I have asked him before, but he said, "No, why don't I spend enough time with fucking De Clinton? Why would I want to spend more time with her?"
Well, one person we talked about earlier today, who I think might be a good choice, is Louis Gossett Jr.
Oh, which one do we count out though?
Well, there's one that is an easy one that I can think of: An Officer and a Gentleman.
Yeah. Ooh. But then you've got like Iron Eagle.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. That would be the thing that eliminates.
There was a trilogy, if I remember correctly.
It's 4 movies. He's in 4 movies of that.
Oh, I haven't seen the 4th one, I don't think.
Yeah. But Louis Gossett Jr. movies that aren't Iron Eagle. I think that's that fits a bit more in the keeping on the show.
It does actually. That does. Oh wow, I get to rewatch some of them again, like Monolith, which was Bill Paxton, if I remember correctly.
Enemy Mine is one that I have to watch now.
Oh, I've got that up here on DVD somewhere in this fucking vast collection.
And it came up in one of our previous streams too, so I know it's on your. You've definitely seen it.
Yep, Lou Gossett Jr. and Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, Dennis Quaid's the guy who we should do a show on in the future.
Oh yeah. Oh, Dave, you need to start writing this shit down. We've got
well,
James Wood.
It's kind of a game of tangents here with actors. So you name one from one film, and you're like, we should do more of that. We should do more of that. I know one movie that will definitely not be on either of our lists for Louis Gossett: Jaws 3D.
That doesn't exist. I know. I don't remember that.
But that's another one with a.
I have Clinton Jaws 3D. It fell off of a very tall building after blowing off both its kneecaps.
Okay, well, I think we should cut it here and let's get us ready to join us on the Green Fellows at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to deal with a Fallout role-playing game.
I'm going to be a pimp here. I'm going to copy that. And, oh, no, wrong bloody fucking... I keep doing that. Wrong computer. I am going to be a pimp here. And there you go. Copy that one. There you go. So I can do it from here. The Ledge will be joining me and Chris. Oh, no, that's the fucking wrong one. Why did it copy that link, not this link? Damn it.
Well, you can copy your links after the show is done.
Yeah, I'm just trying to put it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that link.
Yeah. We will be over at the Greenfellas later on, just over an hour and a half, about an hour and a half's time, for the Ledge's GMing of Fallout RPG. And hopefully we'll raise a couple more pennies for charity as well, because, folks, over at the Greenfellas, sorry, Dave, I'm taking over your channel here.
Yep.
It's for charity, so I don't care. We are almost all the way through our charity month, where we're raising money for children with rare genetic diseases. We are over $1,272 up so far. And thanks in no small part to this man here, The Ledge. And we will hopefully be raising a couple more quid today. There's the link for that one in the chat as well. Please, please, please remember. Oh, wow. They're not showing up on the...
Because you keep putting them in the private chat.
No, I put them in... Oh, no, YouTube's not letting me fucking post the links in our chat, in the channel chat, the streams chat. It's not showing them. Oh, there you go. That's one of them. That's the... Sorry, yes, thank you, Dave, because for some reason it's... Yeah, it's... Oh, it's because I'm not modded, so it won't let me fucking...
Yeah, I need to figure out how to get you mod status one of these days.
I think you right-click on me or something. I've done it before, but not for a very long time, and I regretted it because I made Matthew a mod. But yes, we will be over at Greenfellas later on. Join us.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Yes. Later, folks.